you're not somebody who's ever bought Apple shares, correct?
No, I've never bought Apple.
But
I wish I had. Oh, I don't know that much about Apple. I mean, all I know is Apple is an absolutely phenomenal company. I mean, to think of where they were 10 or 15 years ago and where they are now, and that's been done by innovation. I mean, and I think Steve Jobs has had a whole lot to do with that. So I saw him just a few times over time, but he called me. Did call me a couple of years ago. It was an interesting conversation because I hadn't talked to him for a long time, and he said, "We got all this cash, Warren," and he said, "What should we do with it?" I would use it for acquisitions if I thought my stock was undervalued. I mean, I would use it for repurchases if I thought my stock was undervalued. And I said, "How do you feel about that?" The stock was around 200 and something. He said, "I think our stock's really undervalued."
The chances of being way wrong in IBM are probably less, at least for us, than being way wrong with Google or Apple. But that doesn't mean that the latter two companies aren't going to do, say, far better than IBM. I mean, we wouldn't have predicted what would happen with Apple 10 years ago. And I do not get to the level of conviction that would cause me to buy them. But I sure as hell wouldn't short them either.
I don't own any Apple stock, and I haven't. We bought a lot more Apple after year-end. One of the fellows in the office has about 10 million shares, and I have for Berkshire's account about 123 million. So we got about 133 million. I was wrong at least I felt I was wrong on IBM. Now I may have been wrong when I sold it to, but I certainly was wrong when I bought it. I felt that Apple has an extraordinary consumer franchise.
I didn't go into Apple because it was a tech stock in the least. I mean, I went into Apple because I came to certain conclusions about both the intelligence with the capital would be employed, but more important, about the value of an ecosystem. I don't think that required me to, take apart an iPhone or something and figure out what all the components were in it.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.